Hello guys, welcome to Cartooning with Paul. Today I'm going to show you how to draw Captain America. So come on, let's get started. I've been getting tons of questions asking me,
Paul, when are you going to do Marvel drawings?
Today's your lucky day. We're going to start at the top of the pyramid. That's right, we're going to draw the Captain. So without further ado, let's get into this. Okay guys, so when I start Captain America, I start with that circle, right? And then figure out the center and the eye line. And then what I'll do is I will throw in almost a square underneath. And that'll give me the shape that I'm looking for Captain America. His head has to be rounded, right? But he's got this very squared off jaw that they gave him. Alright, so I have the head shape in. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to figure out his shoulders. His character is very large. You know, Captain America is Marvel's Superman, so they had to make him nice and big. I like to find the center here, because we're going to draw him on an angle. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw in that bow shape I do, just to figure out the chest. His ribs will come in like that. There we go. There's his body. Let's see. I'm going to draw in his pecs like this. Right, there's his line. There's his pecs. Alright, the star. I'm going to throw in and his waist. His belt, it goes here. And there we are. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to figure out shoulder like that. He's got, let's see, like this. I'm just kind of getting a feel for where I want this pose to go. I took this pose off of a production still of their animated series. Okay, there we go. All right, so let's throw in some of the costumes so that this will make sense to you. The star on his chest. Actually, before we do that, let's figure out collarbone. His clavicle goes right here like so. And we've got some muscle lines in here, and that'll show me that the neck goes in like this. All right. Deltoid. Okay. All right. So I've already drawn in the line here where the blue ends. Okay. Let's peck. Okay. So now that we got that, I know the center line is here. So I'm going to draw in the star. I want this line to the star to be in line with the clavicle. Bones just like so. This I will bring in like that. Now notice I'm kind of curving it a little bit. That's to give it the dimension and the form that the character has. Okay, so now that I got that in there, let's erase it a little bit, and then I'm going to darken in the lines I want to keep. Don't worry if your star doesn't look good the first try. It doesn't always work for me the first try either. All right. Okay. Good. I think that looks fine. They will add in some of those scales that he has on his uniform. I thought we had done away with the scales with the film, but apparently this animated series brought them back. So there we go. Okay, so now we've got the red and white stripes that go down his abdomen right here. So I'm going to draw in that center one that's red. Then we've got a white stripe that's thinner, and this red one is thick. Basically what I'm telling you is the red stripes are wider than the white ones.
Why didn't you just say that?
I think this is starting off on a good note. Because I'm here, I'm going to throw in his belt. So let's darken in this. He has some utility pouches here. Okay, you'll notice I'm stopping here. There's a reason for that. You'll see that in a minute. Okay. A pouch here. Okay. And belt loop, belt. Okay. There we go. So let's throw in this arm, because I'm here. And let's see. Now he's large, so we got to make sure that his muscles are in there nicely. So back when I was a kid, the cartoons to watch were He-Man, Thundercats, G.I. Joe. You know, they were beautifully drawn, not well animated. They moved around like
rigor mortis?
But for a young artist who's trying to learn how to draw, the arms and all of the muscle structure were very confusing to me. So it's important to learn proper anatomy. Okay, so we've got this shoulder. It'll move in like this, right? It's like a ball socket, right? There's a lot of muscle over the ball socket, right? We've got his bicep that is grouped in here, right? So this right in here is the inside of his elbow, right? The inside part. But then it curves up to give you that bicep. All right. And then we've got his forearm and all the muscles in there. Now on this arm, we're not going to see much of it because he's going to be holding his shield naturally, right? So we're going to... I don't like that I just did that. Okay. There we go. There we go. That looks better. Okay. So he's holding his shield, right? Now, the shield, in proportion to him, the shield is rather large. Unfortunately, I did not give enough space for the entire shield. Sorry. So what we're going to do is we're going to make the best of this. All right? Do not beat yourself up if your shield doesn't look rounded. You'll be relieved to know that usually today they'll use computer. They'll have the computer use ellipses to make the shield. So do not beat yourself up if you didn't get it right the first time. Okay, so we've got... Well, we have two red stripes, a white stripe in the middle. We get a red, white, red. And then the center is that blue circle with the star on it. Again, the star is manipulated in the computer for the animators, so no beating yourself up if it doesn't look good on the first pass. This is not a perfect star myself, so well, that's not going to fix it, but it's passable. If this were a professionally done sketch, I would be measuring and freaking out over the lines. It's not, so we're good. All right, so we've gotten our body shape in there. I like the pose. Let's dive back into the head and let's get this looking nice here. Okay, so let's see. We got the bridge of the nose right here. That's why I drew these two lines down here, because he's a pretty boy, right? He is supposed to remain attractive. We're going to try to do that right here. So the way they drew in the eyes, they kind of drew them in like this. Again, they're kind of going for the comic book aesthetics, but they simplified it so that animators don't rip their hair out. All right, so we've got these not quite football-shaped eyes. He has the eyelet cutouts in his mask, and they come down here like this so that he has an intimidating brow. The eye cutouts will come down here, and at the center of the eye comes down to a point. And they're just like that. We'll do it again on this side. Point right here. And then we will come up. Brow. Intimidation right here. Cut out. Cut out. The nose actually cuts out right here. Come down like that. All right, so we've got the mask cut out here, right? So that's skin showing here. So we're going to do the cutout for the face right about here. Okay, we're going to follow this angle, come down here like that. And then come down again. So cut down like so. Now this is where his chin is going to be, and his jaw will come up like this. Okay. Now let's I don't like looking at this without a nose. So his nose will be here, right? And then from here to here, if we cut this into thirds, the top third, that's where the mouth is going to go. He's got a lower lip there. And yeah, let's pull the jaw down a little bit. I wasn't going to open his mouth, and then I did, and that brings everything down a little bit. All right, so lower lip, cleft chin, jaw, chin, jaw. Okay. All right, now let's work on this head here. Just like so. He has ears that come out right about here. So one thing to remember is that the bottom of the ear lines up with the bottom of the nose, and then the top of the ear lines up with his eye. Same thing on this side. You remember that, and your ears will always line up. And then we have those wings that come up off of his cowl here. All right, and then we have that A, very prominent A that I would have thought at some point we would have gotten rid of. Okay. Oh. Okay, let me darken that in here. So we're going to follow the line of the eye cutout for the bottom of the A. And the A is a very thick, boxy letter A. Just like that. Let's give him his eyes. Guys, if you like drawing this with me, please give the video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell notification so you're aware of my next video when it drops. If you'd like to draw some more with me, I got some videos right over here for you. I want to thank you guys so much for drawing with me today, and until the next video, we'll see you later.